All right, you're coming with me on this ride. I'm doing some of my sketchbook, sticking photos in it about journeying into life. I'm gonna do it on my own terms. You know, when life starts getting good and you realize life is really for you, you get the audacity to dream big and to dream things that really seem plausible, because my strategic mind can see how that could happen. Oh, for example, I would want you to dream with me and see if it's plausible for you. Oh, sorry, 1 second. I'm feeling a little shy. I'm uploading the other video. Yeah, she's feeling a little shy, but a little less shy right now, if you caught what I was saying there. So I have this dream of doing my pilgrimage, and then I can see how I could make that work, and then put money from that into a piece of land. And my friends, my girlfriends are already excited about building our own like tiny homes. Imagine having a life with friends where you own a company together, and it's a cooperation that is like feeding into the how you live, and just feeling I guess I'm gonna say abundance together with friends, and being able to create a very beautiful, poetic, and fun life because you're doing everything with your friends. Like celebrating your lives together, seeing each other's children grow up, them being able to live in freedom. Yeah, imagine if there's ways that you can like start being happy and have a fulfilled life, and see how you could be abundant. Like, what are those dreams of abundance that you have, and what would that look like? For me, it's like being with the people I love, and having a life together, but also one where I travel, because my mind is always, my being is always expanding. So I wouldn't be able to stay only here where my friends are. But that would be okay. I love cooking for people. I love coming together, and just having a really beautiful road through life. Just being curious and trusting for, yeah, an abundance of so many things. And imagine the audacity also to feel like everything's gonna be okay. This pilgrimage is like when you walk through your landscape where you live, or where what you see as sacred land, and you honor the land. And like, I'm going 800 kilometers, which is like, what is that? I never understand miles. It's less. It's like 400 miles or 600 miles. Who knows? Yeah, I'd love it if someone posted in the comments like how many miles that is. 800 kilometers. And like, I know people that are upscaling ways of showing everyone how permaculture works and how we can save ecosystems. And so we really don't have to worry about mass extinction, especially when we're on a really wonderful life trip in which we know how to fix those things and we're having fun doing it. So that's the pilgrimage for me. It's an 800-kilometer walk, and a lot of people just need time and to get into a rhythm. And walking really does that. It brings it slows down your heart and your nervous system, and you start to see the sunlight and the sky and the, and everything's, your worries start blowing away in moments, and you realize that life is really about something else. who knows, whatever that is. But you're like a fleeting moment, and you know, all of the things around you are so beautiful. You realize that, I don't know, I think some people who are doing that pilgrimage will realize, wait, I want to do something with this. I feel so happy here. I want to do more of this. So I have a lot of ideas about that, and also about the remembrance of the way that we told, the way that we shared knowledge and stories, and how that is connected to walking through the landscape and remembering all of the stories, but especially getting to know nature. And that is how indigenous peoples all over the world, and that we also have that DNA in us, because it was only a few hundred years ago that we started living in this kind of modern world without nature directly, you know, in our life. Big nature, like you really see how the cycles work and you really breathe with it. But anyway, so we all have this same, like we have the hardware to really take in a lot of knowledge about our landscape, and we start to really appreciate actually the intelligence of it and the grace. And our bodies actually, our brains get entrained by the grace of nature. It's like a frequency also. So we really start getting more positive ideas, start feeling happy, connect better with others, start feeling relieved about our life. It's all, you know, the slowing down does that, but you really, yeah, and you start to get hopeful about life, or start to deal with the really necessary things. So for me, it's, I know that to understand that we are such a creative species, and just to like be in that situation of nature. What do I want to say here? I kind of lost my train of thought. I guess I should continue doing something with my hands here. Oh, right. Yeah, this pilgrimage. I really trust also for the things that are happening in the future, when if people started doing pilgrimages and really like appreciating the landscape. And I'm plugging into the pilgrimage, like all the ways of permaculture, to really get people to understand that, like, we can totally revive nature everywhere. I mean, that's like, it heals our souls. And I'm not saying like that's why you should do it, because that sounds like a law. But I'm saying when people walk, they will naturally feel this togetherness. And there's so many problems in the world, and just being local and knowing people around you, and you know, it's also like just a community thing, that people get really rehabilitated. Anyway, and people just need time to understand that, like, there's hope for everything. We just haven't made our reality yet, in the sense that the human being could be the keystone species, that revives everything that has gone wrong. And we know how, like, I know how, I know all of these things that, so what I'm talking about is dreaming. My friend has this foundation, it's called Drinkable Rivers. And I'm like, if we started doing pilgrimages and being everywhere, like, we know how to practically make it happen to have drinkable rivers. It's just, you just have to do it, and it's not hard. It's quite simple. It's not expensive. And even doing it a little bit already, like, helps rivers everywhere, helps ecosystems everywhere. The awareness of it helps everyone. So I'm like, wow, if we were walking these kind of landscapes and also realizing, oh, there's this thing, this dream, drinkable river. And can you see how big the changes nowadays are? And like how the internet is replacing mainstream media. Of course, like lots of us know this, but and like generations are gonna die, like they're gonna be old and die. So the ones that are really like only like TV and everything and mainstream media. And so there's so many people like realizing there's more, like even whether it's spirituality or realizing like we actually can be a happy species. I'm like dreaming of a version of Earth. Like I understand there's going to be war. That's I'm just I'm like I'm putting on my shades. Yeah, like I'm like, yeah, I know. Whole lot of shit is going down. So I'm not trying to be delusional. I just know what I can do with a few decades and what my dream is. So I'm wondering, like, how do you dream? What do you dream for the world? And because I'm realizing, since I'm a very strategic person, like I know how to build things, I am learning how from lots of sources how it would be great to get out of, like to plug out of the economic system. But it's not quite there yet, but there are already like pioneers in all kinds of areas who are creating this. It's almost like off grid, but like off the grid of governments and of allowing like entities of that are kind of sometimes really destructive to their to the people that for example live in that country. Like in the Netherlands, that's definitely like we just learned about like probably child trafficking, and it's kind of like all orchestrated around being able to, it's like around orphanages and things, and just like separating parents really fast from their children if they can't live up to what the law says that they should be doing for their children. And then like so many children like disappearing. You can really see like I mean, it didn't just happen by accident. There's all these laws in place that are making it super easy for anyone to adopt a child, even if they were already like persecuted for child rape. We shouldn't call it something else. We should just call it child rape. It's really important to name things for what they are. Like, yeah. So, there are forces in the government that I don't want to be supporting. Basically, and the internet is here now, so you see how influence works. And what if we can't be online with each other? What if we can't find our tribe online that we feel, safe and everything with? What if we find it in ideology that is spread all over the world? For example, that everyone unites around caring for the earth and being like, fuck this government, I'm going to care for the earth, because I know a lot of people that want to do that. And I don't think it's a crazy idea that if other people got a light of this, like the way that the pilgrimage formed for me was just, I was called by goddess. I don't know how that happened. I think it's just a language, but that got me on this path. And anyone can have their own language and have these epiphanies and feel like I was born for this time. That's why I'm so crazily like driven to, I feel like everything's possible when we're showing up, and like the universe didn't orchestrate like Armageddon and have us sit and be like the most hopeful until the end, like Atlantis sinking and everyone's just pretending that it's not. Some spiritual things say that we're right at the opposite of like a 25,000 year cycle of Atlantis, and that we're just having like our timelines kind of are similar, but on other ends. Like we get this chance to be to know how we use our technology and to remember what it is to be human and to use the human body technology and not necessarily like plug stuff in. But so let's just first figure out and find out that our bodies have incredible technology, like all of the spiritual technology, all of the things that the you know, the miracles and everything, that's all technology of the body. All right, there, I got a little off track. Right, so that's the thing about ascending. That's I'm not talking about like going into the sky. I'm talking about ascending and descending the higher self into the body. And like being right here, like everything in this universe is like perfect for you to live the most amazing life that you can imagine. If you only knew how. Like it would fulfill your heart, your being, your soul, your spirit. It would be like, yes, this is it. Well, you're maybe watching through the window at the situation that is the most perfect for you, and all you needed was to get real and get active and yeah, live that best life. And what if, like, what I offer is like looking in readings at people's, like, I am doing it because I find it interesting for myself, and I'm always like figuring this out, and I just really needed to do that because I didn't understand what my ego was coming from codependency. So I started looking into these, like, well, I know a lot about astrology and the psychology and the psyche and how trauma works, but now what's the next step? What if I need to know who I am and what I'm doing here? So yeah, I read a lot of that in like the human design charts and astrology. For human design, it's I'm very basic. I'm very like only certain things I look at that I think are very transformative and very interesting. But yeah, what if everyone had the happiest life and it meant that whatever the fuck I'm right now telling you as a vision is like just one possibility and you all could be dreaming like, whoa, what if, like, for me, it's like, I need to survive and then I need to thrive, and I'm like enjoying life. So I'm starting to feel this frequency of like, this is the joy of life. It's not a comfortable ride, but it's like the most incredible one that you would ever want. Yeah. So yeah, let's dream together. I'm gonna continue doing this. I'm gonna show you what it is, and I'm gonna draw around it. That's me walking into nature right there. That's the tents that I used to have, and the tripod where we would sometimes hang a pan and cook over fire. And that's the wilderness right up there. Always queen. Always queen. Did you guys know just how precious wildness is? The thing about allowing life and not being afraid and realizing you can like work through codependency and realize, and that life is like the doors open for you with a reading, of course. Like, obviously, if you have other ways, do that. I'm just saying, this is what also got me here. So I'm always experimenting and finding stuff out, and that's, I guess, what my videos are going to be about, always. I can't remember what I was saying. I think I'm just going to continue like and make some drawings over here, and I don't think that much else. I don't know, I forgot something, and I'm not sure if I was supposed to, if I wanted to say something. All right. I got the tarot card right here, and it's like the Knight of Cups. And it's like actionable, follow your feelings. Ah, yeah, I think I was talking about codependency. And I think there's something about art and somehow knowing what things make you flow. I don't know. I'm not talking sense. It's just air right now coming out. I have no idea. All right, I'm gonna just stop there, I think. Yeah. I think like when you get right down to it, I think I was really happy and trying to tell you something, but like now I'm just neutral and that's just fine. I have no idea. So thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye. Oh yeah, dream. Guys, when you write your dreams down, like you could put in the comment what your dreams would be. Ah, yes. No, I remember. My Capricorn mom came out and had to tell you guys that for me, it's practical ways of seeing that the dream could be true. Seeing these roadmaps, like, yeah, that would make you free. Yeah, there's a banking system started in the Netherlands, and I don't think you can buy bonds outside of the Netherlands, I think. But as soon as they hit enough members, I know this is sounding really sketchy, but it's totally not. They're a regenerative bank, and yeah, the guy who set it up is pretty famous. You could watch what he has explained. What is his name? I have his name right here. I'm going to tell you because it's pretty important. Yeah, it's Ronald Bernard. He calls himself what he used to, he's an ex-bankster, so not gangster, but bankster. And he used to, for groups that have really ill intentions for humanity, do their dirty work in banks and move gold and money and just be ruthlessly materialistic. I don't think really a bad guy, but he says, yeah, that he was a totally bad guy. And he got out of that and he tells the story. But anyway, he understands that you have to get out of their economic system. And build your own. That's the only way you can materialistically like have a fighting chance. And then do regenerative stuff and just have good ideas about reorganizing the world, but do the economics. So go watch his stuff. It's with his name on YouTube and other platforms. But so yeah, I know about him and other initiatives that are about helping farmers and just the world in general, propagating the need to buy land and take it off the exploitation market, like the land market. So they say the earth is not for sale, and you can set up cooperations in order to like live there, and but then you put in the statutes for your cooperation that that land may never come under any ownership other than the cooperation. And however generations follow this cooperation, they care for the land, like they care for the land, like they do all the permaculture things, they clean the ecology, they make sure, you know, whatever I'm doing in the pilgrimage, it's the same thing. It's we're learning how to take care of the earth, and we're taking away all of this land and having our own monetary system. Now put on top of that we have the internet and influence, and then the pilgrimage is like a way that can already get going this idea that you can meet people locally. Like when you've walked this pilgrimage, you're like, I know that land. So I know, you know, I've met people there. I can always go back to that like green vein of path in nature, and reconnect with all the people that want to do something good for the earth, and exchange like song and joy about life, and how to build, and how to, you know, how is it going with others, to cleaning their water, and like exchanging seeds exchanging soil which is rich in micro organisms. That this is the way you vaccinate. Okay, you use microorganisms from the soil, from very rich soil, and you vaccinate areas that need more like of that microorganisms. And of course, guys, you gotta, like, when you're free like that and living like closer to nature, have a compost. You are always creating shit that is so valuable. When you eat organic and like have your own like organic lifestyle, everything that you produce as shit goes back into the land, and really it nourishes you. You need that. It's like so valuable. It's like gold for the soil. So once you start realizing how that works, you'll be like, well, you know, it's a very happy thing that there's so much beauty, and you can just like enjoy life and be abundant basically with nature. So I see lots of reasons to be very, very hopeful. That's what I'm going to be doing. And I hope that wherever you are, I see you. I know that you were supposed to be here. And you got your own kind of beauty going on. It doesn't have to be huge. It doesn't have, it's yours. And you just enjoying your life and feeling blessed, that is adding energy to, yeah, just good energy. Yeah, even this is actually what I want to say. Like, some of us are here to create the revolution, and others are here to give their wave of goodness, of good energy, of just like, I love this. I'm there as well. Like, I might be doing some whatever thing it is, but this is where my what my soul came for, to really see all of us see so much happiness in the world. Like, you thought, wow, that's a great life. All right, I wish you so much love, and see you next time. Bye.